Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. How you feeling? Hot. All right. I can feel the energy. Today's speech, it's the psychology of selling. How many of you had a bad selling experience?
Several times when I may have been cold approached, like
Okay.
whether at the mall or maybe looking for a car,
Mm-hmm.
when the salesperson is a bit too pushy,
Okay.
when they want you to make a decision right on the spot and they give you the pressure.
Okay.
And I'm not a big fan of that. That's
Sure. Again, nothing specific, but the one that really comes to mind is there's been a couple of times that the salesperson really was so confident in their product that they thought the product could sell itself and didn't really try to sell me on the product.
Okay.
And it was, in my opinion, insulting to my intelligence.
I understand. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for sharing.
You ever been to the perfume section in like a Macy's and they're like, hey, try this, and they spray you without asking, oh come on, I know it's your job, but I'm going to be sneezing and sniffling for the rest of the day. What's wrong with you? I could die.
Right? That's like tricking you, right? Okay, yeah, share with us. Mm-hmm. Thank you for volunteering.
My experience just happened today. I went to look for new shoes.
Okay.
And I walked into the store and I felt like the salesperson was not very attentive. I didn't even get to tell her what I want. She's like, oh, just look around if you want.
Okay.
So maybe she thought I wasn't going to buy anything.
Right.
I don't know. It's just she thought maybe I was going to waste her time.
Okay,
but I went in, I knew what I wanted. I went, I picked, and then when I asked her for another size, she kind of rolled her eyes.
Okay.
Because I already had picked one.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I said, oh, I wonder if you have this one on this size.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
But I just felt like that little huff and puff, you know? And I didn't feel that's the treatment I should get when you're doing sales.
Absolutely.
You should be more attentive to what I'm trying to do, whether I make you take out 20 shoes or just one.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I knew I was going to buy something. And then I just said, I want that. And I walked away from her. And then she never even came back to me to say, hey, thank you. Your shoes are over there.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes. We all have bad selling experience, right? Yes.
My aspect of the sale is like when somebody is selling you something, you agree to buy it, so it's done.
Right.
They keep going on, and then you see you are tired. I already say yes. Why you should keep going. This is what I don't really like.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing. So everybody in the room had a bad selling experience. So this is the exact reason why most people don't like sales. Because of that experience that you had, right? Where that person was pushing you or they try to trick you, David. So you don't want to have that experience that you had. And in your subconscious mind, you don't want to do that to somebody else. So this is exactly what we don't like selling. What I'm going to share with you today, the psychology of selling. I'll give you 4 steps that can help you sell effectively. With these 4 tips, you're gonna sell without trying. Actually, I'm writing a book right now. It's called Effective Persuasion. How to avoid rejection and sell without trying. Step number 1 for sell. The people have to like you and trust you. You have to build a connection. Like you share that the lady just walked up to you, right? She just wasn't connecting with you. Oh, how's your name? What are you looking for today? How can we help, right? So the people have to like and trust you. That's number 1. Number 2, you have to find a need. Okay, what kind of shoes are you looking for? Are you looking for the Louis Vuitton shoes? Or are you looking for a Gucci one? Like you have to find a need. That's number 2. Number 3, when you're selling, right? Number 1, they got to trust you. They got to like you. You have to find a need. And number 4, you have to close. You don't get paid by selling. You get paid by closing. Now, how do you close? You have to build urgency. Oh, today, that may be the only shoes we have today, but being honest and authentic at the same time. So when you learn these tips, you're gonna sell without trying. Selling is everything. Every time you're talking to somebody, you are selling to someone. If you're a man, you wanna get a woman, you have to sell her. You have to sell her that you're the man that's gonna provide for her, you're gonna protect her. Am I right? So you have to sell her. If you have your children, it's selling. Everything you do, it's selling. Have any of you been in a job interview? Guess what you have to do? You have to sell yourself. If they don't like you, they don't trust you, they don't feel like they need you, you're not gonna get hired. So that's the psychology of selling. I want you to think differently about selling. Everything in life, it's selling. Right now, I'm selling you right now. But you don't have to be pushy. So selling is persuasion.
Thank you, Solomon.
I think. Oh, okay.
Great job, Solomon. Would you like
Right.
to say a few words of you winning the best speaker?
Well, I want to say thank you. When I first started speaking, I was shaking, I was stumbling, and thank you for everyone who supported me. Because now I'm able to speak, I can communicate with people, I feel comfortable, but it wasn't starting like this. It was starting just giving speeches, I'm getting feedback. Now I'm gonna go back next time working on that speech. It's gonna get even more better. Thank you for the support. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right.